and in this passage you're looking at Acts 15, it had to have its practical consequences. And so in what happened after that decision, we see, if not a direct, at least a subtle message of the authority of the church.
Yeah, it's right there. Because there's James, affirming it. And, if you look at that, I mean, you got James talking on the dietary law from 13, but he doesn't affirm it till like 19 and 20. So that's a lot of discussion. Yeah. And here you got Paul talking here, about his experiences and the works and wonders. So there's actually a lot of conversation, and I think that just shows how real and human our church is, that we've got people, but it's the Holy Spirit guiding his church into all truth. And you're seeing a dialogue, but you're seeing the Holy Spirit specifically guiding them.
The continuation of that is then it seemed good to the apostles and the elders, verse 22, with the whole church, to choose men from among them and send them to Antioch with Paul and Barnabas. And they sent Judas called Barsabbas and Silas, leading men among the brethren, with the following letter. Then there's a letter of some stipulations there. But we, in verse 27, we have therefore sent Judas and Silas, who themselves will tell you the same things by word of mouth. And then it goes on and on there. We'll read the whole thing. And then they went off, verse 30, so they went and sent forth, they went down to Antioch. We see here there isn't a bunch of independent churches.
No, not even one. No, and they're not going out starting their own thing. It's not the Church of Silas this week or whatever. And what I think is interesting is that Paul is very charismatic. Okay, I can just get a sense of this guy, and he's out there. Peter's a little bit less charismatic, but he's out there too. But we're not a church that runs on a personality, thank God, because when you have a personality that's really strong, you could lead people just about anywhere you want. And that's not necessarily good.
Well, and we've seen in the history of the Catholic Church what happens when certain people with strong personalities who are not as humble or as living their life of sanctity the way they ought to, and how that can mislead people within the church.
Yes,
we've seen it throughout our history.
Absolutely.
But what we see here is there's a connectivity of the church.
Yeah.
The audacity of these leaders in Jerusalem to send a letter to the other churches, to tell them that this is the authority, this is what we decided, this is what that speaks not to it's not a democratic vote.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It's one church.
It's one church. And it's also the fact that if you were a Bible only type Jew at the time, you'd have said that Peter was a heretic, frankly. Because he's actually taking what you've understood for a long, long time and said, no, there's a new covenant. Wow. That's profound. That's earth-shattering.
Yeah, imagine the guy a week before said, I came into the church and I was circumcised. Man, if I'd have waited a week.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the authority church. We'll take a break on that note.